refresh, scroll, get everybody to pop on. Hi, if you're just coming on.
Click on it. No.
You see? Scroll down. Keep going. See discussion. And then it should be in the discussion. There you go. All right.
All
We
right.
got a couple of people. Hi guys.
All right. Here we go.
All right. We're gonna give everyone a few minutes to find us live before we start. So while we're waiting, if you want to tell us where you're painting from, and if you're a social worker, please let us know.
All right. Mason and Holly
Hi.
and Cinder. It looks good. Erin. We're slowly getting our people to come in.
Yeah, we'll give them a couple of minutes. I know sometimes
Cinder's
it's
from
tricky.
Auburn, Massachusetts.
Cool, welcome.
Fufu. Kerry Zimmer is a nurse. I
Thank
cannot
you.
pronounce that. Penetanguishene.
Wow. Thank you to our nurses right now and all of our healthcare workers, social workers especially.
Oh, we got Angel Abrams, Bayonne, New Jersey.
Angel, she's back.
Says my mom is a social worker. She's with us painting tonight.
Oh, good.
From
Thank
Bayonne,
you.
New Jersey. Maybe she knows my sister, Mary Gonzalez.
We got
Nicole
them there.
LeFay from Canada. We love Canada.
Yeah, we do.
We gotta go there. Elizabeth Carson from Westchester in the house. We've got Susan Lawrence, social worker from New Jersey.
Thank you.
We've got Lay from Hillsborough. We love our Hillsborough. That's our neighbors. Who else we got here? We've got Julie Flaherty Gotti from Delaware.
Delaware, thank you.
Christine from Mullica Hill, New Jersey, social worker.
Thank you.
We've got Daniel Matish, social worker from New Jersey. Robin Harvey Pruss.
Hi, Robin.
Orange County, New York, Jess Lynn. We've got Sadhna Patel, kitchen in Lumberton. They're in the kitchen.
It's okay.
All right, we got social worker Jess Lynn.
Thank you, Jess.
Oh, it is Penetanguishene, Ontario, Canada. Kerry Zimmer.
Awesome. Thank you.
Monica Asare from Lumberton, New Jersey. I've got to do better than that.
I'm glad he's on that side of the region.
Fufu is an MSW student from Indiana University.
Okay, thank you.
Margaret Paul Price is with Ethan and herself.
Very good.
Bridgewater in the house.
Yay, Bridgewater.
Yes. Okay, now
Neighbors.
Colleen F. is New Jersey born and raised. Current MSW student working on completing her first year at Rutgers.
Thank you.
Bergen County social worker, Sunny D.
I love the name.
Yeah, Candace Dunn. Cherry Hill, New Jersey social worker, Michelle Quanger.
Thank you, Michelle.
Lisa Warren Beckstead. Lisa from Canada with
Cool.
her glass of red.
I didn't bring my wine tonight.
What? You didn't bring your wine? Oh my goodness. You want me to go upstairs and get you some
No, I'll
wine?
stick with the water today.
You sure? I'll go get you some wine. Caitlin from Pittsburgh. We've got Brooklyn, Brianna and Joey here from Mount Holly.
Cool.
I love it. Whoa. Yes, true. Yasmin is MSW in Japan. It's Oh my God, it's 8 o'clock a.m. now.
Aw.
We have somebody from Japan at 8 o'clock in the morning wanting to do this. We thank you
Amazing.
so much.
Thank you. That's so neat. We can't wait to see your paintings.
Caitlin says, can't paint now because she broke her wrist this afternoon. We're so
No.
sorry, Caitlin.
We'll post the video in the event so you can go back to it and do it later, okay? You could try with your other hand. It doesn't always work the same way, but aw.
Brooklyn says she can't hear us.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you need to refresh.
Can anybody else not hear me? Just to be sure. Maybe it's our end.
We'll just make sure everything is running correctly here.
Yep.
We've got Lara from Haywood, Hillsborough, New Jersey. Nancy Keys Creelman from Mays Landing, New Jersey.
Can't say I've ever been there.
Okay, now, KB Pin Laxon representing CMRSS here. And let's see. Oh, okay. All right, Chantal is signing in again from Montreal. Ellen Leonard says, I don't have paint. Can you tell them what to do in future to get paint and get
In each of our events, we post on the description of the event first. In the details, we'll post all of the supplies that you need. We'll also post a link to our supplier so that you can go right to the shopping cart and order everything there. You can remove everything that you don't need that you have already. And once you add to your cart and ship, they're shipping within about 3 to 5 business days. We know everything is taking a long time. Amazon, Michael's, your local craft stores, everything is taking a long time to deliver. So we have events posted up until May 1st. So order supplies now. Order in bulk if you plan to keep doing this with us, because I think we're in this for the long haul. We're just going to keep doing these for free, other items for free, or other nights for free. NASW New Jersey has sponsored this one for you guys. This is for you. So I guess I'll do my intro while we're talking about that. So on behalf of Mimosas and Masterpieces and the National Association of Social Workers, thank you for everything that you're doing. We know that you're on the front lines doing everything. You're dealing with a lot. You're supporting all of us and all of those out there. So thank you for that. So this is for you guys for some downtime, because self-care is important right now. Having relaxation time is important for you guys. We're here to support you too. So I am not a social worker. I am just a joy spreader. So that's part of what I'm doing. So we're gonna get started if you'd like.
Everybody can hear you good. We have a question from Pierce Melanie.
Yes.
From Voorhees. I have a question, if it's okay to ask. I accidentally purchased a 12 by 16 canvas. Is that okay?
That's fine. You can always scale down your paintings. That's fine. If you only have a 12 by 16, that's perfect. It's probably in proportion anyway. So you'll keep it going this way. It doesn't actually matter which way you put it either. So you scale down your painting. Sometimes you have to just use some smaller brushes. That's all.
Are you ready?
So yes, all of our events, we will post the description, in the description, all of the supplies that you need going forward. There's a link to our supplier that you can buy directly from. You'll get the same discounts that we get. Order ahead, give yourself some time so that we can do this again with you. At the end, we'll ask you to send in your paintings, because we put together a photo montage of all of your paintings. A day or so after, we'll give everyone a chance to catch up and send them to us. And the photo montage that comes together, seeing all the paintings from all over the world now, if we're in Japan, is truly heartwarming. That is my favorite part of events, when we do go out and we are able to paint in person, is getting everybody's picture together, and we can't quite do that right now. So getting your pictures sent to us and putting them all together for me is the best part of this. So let's get started. So we're gonna paint our flowers today. I don't know what kind of flower it is. I'm not a flower person at all. So we're gonna paint these flowers today. I'm gonna go over the supplies that we'll need for tonight. You have a canvas, 16 by 20 is the canvas that I'm working on. You can always scale down your canvas. I think I even told somebody she only had 12 by 12s. You can do on a 12 by 12. You can do a set of 3 and do one flower on each canvas, right? You'll need 2 plates. We're gonna use one plate as our paint palette. The other one is gonna be our mixing plate, so it's a second palette. You don't wanna mix right on your palette. You'll need a cup with water just to rinse your brushes. You're gonna need some paper towels to dry your brushes. Can everybody hear me, hopefully?
Yes, everybody
got
checked
that, okay?
in. They all said they
All right,
could
good
hear.
deal. Paper towels to dry.
It's just you're not in the picture.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I'm standing off to the side. Paper towels to dry your brushes. The 2 brushes that I'm going to use tonight is a flat brush, large flat brush, and a smaller round brush. If you hear walking around and pitter-pattering, it's the dog, sorry.
Yeah, that's Rascal.
He's always under my feet. And then I'll go over the colors that we'll need, but first, I mentioned that if you wanted to not freehand something, you can get a piece of paper and draw out one petal ahead of time. So, and then what we do is just kind of trace it around the canvas. So that's what I'm gonna do with mine when we get started. So if you have some paper and some scissors and a pencil, you can do a petal ahead of time. I figure it's about the size of your hand. So maybe a little bit bigger than the size of your hand. So that's my petal that I'm gonna use. And if you just cut this out, you can trace it on the canvas, or you can freehand them. I started freehanding and then I went to this guy because some of them were a little bigger and smaller, which is fine too.
That's going to take a minute if they don't have them already, right?
Yep. So we're gonna give some time. If you haven't given us some shout outs, tell us again where you're
Well,
painting
Brooklyn is doing this with her 5-year-old son.
from. Aw, yay! We love when kids are involved. Did you get to do the cupcake? Let us know if you did the cupcake.
That was Saturday, right?
That was on Saturday. We had lots of families doing the cupcakes.
We have Tori Na says, my sister is a social worker, invited me to this event.
Aw,
I'm an
good.
LPC, sister
Thank you.
licensed to LCSW and from New Jersey. Love
Very
working
good.
with the social workers.
Aw. Thank you guys.
Kara, Localio, Mom and I are here again.
Hi. Thank you guys for watching again and participating. We love getting your paintings.
Yeah, Ellen is just gonna watch and drink.
It's all right. We need an audience somehow, right?
It's awesome. Okay, now Maisha Tashay says, can you please show the petal again?
Yep. So it's about the size of my hand. Am I hopefully close enough there? So
I'm
it's almost
checking.
like you're gonna almost trace your hand and then just round it all out. That's how I made my petal.
That's good. You're right up close to the screen. They can see that really good.
So that's that one. So I'll get our paints ready for what we're gonna use tonight. Sorry, I'm kind of trying not to turn my back to you, but so on my palette, I'm gonna use a little bit of black.
You're out of the picture.
Sorry. I might be out of the picture for a moment. Black. I kind of try to stick with about maybe a 50-cent piece sized amount of paint at a time to start with. If you need more, you can always add more. It's just hard to put it back.
So it's black and what other
Black,
colors?
white. Can't do this. Black, white, a little bit of blue. Now you can change the colors of your flowers. You don't have to follow what my colors are at all. White, black, blue, yellow.
And you said they could use whatever colors for the petals.
You can use
But
whatever colors for the petals.
For the background, you want it to be black,
You can change your background too. It's about creative freedom.
but it should be a dark color so it would have contrast with the petals.
That's probably best, but to each their own. So
Okay.
I'm viewing. All right.
Jess Lynn says, I have my 3-year-old and she's using markers so I can concentrate on painting.
Good idea. That's a great idea. All right, so black, white, purple, yellow, and blue. You can mix any combination of these that you want. Maybe you can change this to a blue flower or a pink flower. So okay, doesn't matter. I may change it up a little so I have 2 different ones.
Okay.
How's that?
There's no right or wrong way for this.
There's no right or wrong. About creative freedom. That's all. I'll give you guys a minute to get those ready.
Now, the petal, you ask people to cut out a petal if they didn't feel comfortable in making the petal.
Yep.
But they're not going to apply that yet, right?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
We'll give everyone a minute just to get your petals cut out if you want to cut a petal and to get your paint on your plates. And then if you guys want to give us some hearts, give us some love to let us know that you're ready to move on, then we'll know that the majority of you are ready to go.
Okay, and I'll be watching for the hearts. I see the hearts coming up, then I know everybody's ready to go. And this is Rascal behaving.
So far so good. He's just staring at me.
Where is he? Oh, he's laying down. That's good, as long as he's laying down. Okay, I'm seeing hearts. They're coming up now.
Okay.
I see some sad faces, so they're not ready yet. I see a tear.
Tears.
They're not ready yet.
No tears. Who's got tears? There's no crying in painting.
Oh, you got Rascal excited. I see thumbs up and I see hearts.
I'm not going anywhere, buddy. I'm right here.
So just a few more minutes because I've seen a couple of cries, a couple of tears.
No tears. There's no tears. No crying in painting.
Get rid of this thing, man. Oh, this iTunes thing is really...
Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay, buddy. I'm right here.
Rascal, she's not going anywhere. She's going to be right here. Just let her do her thing and then you can have her back, okay? He is so possessive. Calm down. All right, we got a bunch of hearts, okay? I'm thinking that we should be ready to go just about now. Let's do the pacing slowly so that people who are maybe still trying to catch up will be able to catch up. And you will be repeating the steps
I will repeat.
so that if anybody's not caught up, they will be able to catch up.
All right. So can we see this?
Rascal, you can relax now.
I just don't want to be blocked by this guy. Is this okay?
No, you're not blocked. You're good.
Okay. All right. So if you've traced a petal, we're going to start with laying it on the canvas. It doesn't have to be directly in the center. We'll start kind of off to the side.
I'm getting 2 requests for colors again. Can you tell us the colors on the paint, on the plate?
Yep, colors again. I'm using purple, white, black, yellow, and blue. You can choose different colors if you want to too. Okay? Alright, so with my pencil, I'm going to put my petal on the corner of my canvas, the left corner of my canvas to start, and just lightly trace. I'm not going to trace the bottom part of it. I don't have to trace the bottom part of it, I should say. I'm not going to. And then I'm just going to kind of move it down a little bit so that the edges of the petal overlap a little bit. And again, it's kind of falling off the side of the canvas. And I'm just going to trace.
You froze up.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I'm refreshing. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Yes.
And again, we're going to move down a little bit more. Kind of turn it. And again, trace. And again, you can do this freehand. You don't have to follow the pattern really. And I'm going to do one more. So I have 1, 2, 3 petals so far. I'm going to do one more this way. Sorry, the top of my easel gets in the way here.
Okay, so the petal doesn't have to fit all the way into.
Nope, they'll
Okay.
fall off the edges and that's okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 I have on that one.
Now it's so bright that I do not see the outlines of
Right.
the petals, but they get the, I guess they get the gist of it.
Thumbs up, guys. Give us a couple of thumbs up if you get it. Are you good?
I think they got
Can
it.
you see? All right. So before I finish this entire flower, I'm gonna start with the second flower so that the petal sort of comes in to this first flower. Okay, so I'm gonna reverse this petal. So this is a full petal that's coming into this first flower. It's overlapping. So we're gonna have overlapping petals now. And again, we're just gonna kind of turn our pattern around a little bit. Again, we want the leaves of the petals to overlap a little.
Okay.
So you can decide now or later which petal you want up front.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. If you want to decide now and take your eraser and erase the line so you know we're going to follow, this is going to be the yellow flower and not the purple flower, you can do that now or you can do that while you're painting. And you can always switch it later too, depending on how you swipe your brush. Sometimes you go, oh, that was the wrong one. That's okay. All right, and we're gonna turn, again, we're gonna turn from here a little bit more so we get another petal in there. Again, it's just falling off the edge of the canvas. That's okay.
I see. Very good.
So this one I may only get 4 petals on. Again, that's okay. It can have 4, it can have 5. I'm gonna just turn again this way. And then just trace the edge. Okay, so flower 1, flower 2, and then we have this hidden guy down here, flower 3. Give me a second. So I'm just kind of taking the template, moving it around to form a flower shape.
Everyone is following you because there's no comment.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take this one and kind of make this the center of where I want my flower to be. And we'll trace, you don't have to trace the whole thing. I'm gonna just trace up until I come to the next part of this flower or this petal. So I'm gonna trace again until I come up to another petal so that this one is hidden by this petal. So my pattern, I just traced up until this petal, because this one's hidden. What's the matter, you?
You know what's the matter. This mommy is taken away from him.
Alright, I'm going to turn again this petal. Again, this is going to kind of go off of my easel. It's okay.
He's okay. Sunny D says, I'm using my hand as a guide to make it.
Perfect. Yeah.
Improvise is very good.
Improvise is good. Alright. I'm going to get 2 more petals on here. Let's see. Do I want to... I'm going to make this petal come up top. I'm going to make this one come over the top of the yellow one. So, I want the green petal to show here. I'm going to get rid of this yellow line. And then 1 more petal down here. So we want to make sure that we have all of It's called negative space. All of the space that's around our petals is closed up. So this is a little negative space area. This is called the negative space area. This area is a negative space, and it's not going into any of the other flowers. But because I didn't finish here, I need to finish this petal here. So I really just need it up here. So that this is all purple. If you need to kind of like put a little star where your black areas are going to be, you can do that. That might help before you start painting and go, oh no, I messed up.
And what happens if they mess up?
Because we're doing black around the outside, or that's what I'm using, it's tougher to cover the black sometimes. You'd have to really wait till it dries. So that's why I like to go around all my petals and go, okay, this is my black area, this is my black area, this is my black area. Here, we know that this whole thing is a leaf or petals. There's a little bit of black up here, a little here, a little here, a little bit in here, and a little over here. So I like to actually, in this case, do the background first so that I get those out of the way. And then I can kind of define the petals a little bit better when we start painting the petals. So if you want to give us some thumbs up so that I know everyone's done tracing, then we'll move on to start painting.
Okay, because we got like, it's like you're frozen here.
Uh-oh. Maybe it's just our laptop.
Maybe next time use a Sharpie to demonstrate.
Okay. Do you want me to go over that? I can do a Sharpie.
Yeah, you can do
on
a
it.
Sharpie, please.
Yep. Okay.
Because they can't see the outlines, what you wrote in pencil.
Okay. So. I'm not going to go all the way in there.
Okay.
Okay, so here's our outline. And again, you can change this a little bit and make it however you want to. There's no right or wrong way.
Angel says, how did you make the thing that you were tracing? You used the petals, right? You used the petal that you cut out.
The thing that I'm tracing, this, maybe I got a little bit late. So I just kind of used my hand as a guide and kind of drew it on a piece of paper and then just cut it out so that you can just move it around like a template.
It could be any size.
Yeah, you can change the size. It doesn't have to be this big. It can be smaller if you want to do more flowers. Alright, well, it's kind of hard to see if I don't outline them all. Okay, so I just have to determine which petal will be in front. That's all. Another petal here.
Right, so if they trace all of the petals that they made, they still would have to decide which is going to be the prominent petal.
I think we got them all here.
Yeah, that makes it. I can see that a lot better. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, if you guys want to give us just some likes, some thumbs ups. So
Yeah, you're freezing up over here, but they're saying that you're not freezing up on their screen, so you're good.
Okay, very good. All right, so what we're gonna start with is the small bag. Little brush first. We're just gonna rinse and dry. Dunk it in your water. Dry off. If your brush is too wet, your paint will drip. You don't want drips. All right. So we're just gonna go right into black. I like to start with just a little bit on the tip of the brush at a time instead of dunking the entire brush in and trying to spread that around. So a little bit at a time. And we're just gonna fill in those little gaps. So all of the negative space that's not your petal, that's around your petals, that's what we're filling in.
And that's gonna be black?
This is all black. Or if you wanna change your negative space color, you can change it. A darker color is probably better if you're doing lighter colored flowers. If you want to do dark flowers, then do a lighter negative space color. Contrast is definitely the key. As you're going, I try and do my edges and the tops and bottoms, the sides. So when you're done with the painting, it looks finished. So we're just filling those in. Just black. Nothing else right now. You have a bigger area and you want to move to a bigger brush, you can do that to get it done faster. While we're painting, since it's a little bit of silence, I'll give you kind of a rundown of the next couple of events. So the next few free paint nights is this Saturday is family paint night, and it's a pajama party. So we're gonna have you guys paint your pajama bottoms and your slippers or your feet on canvases. That's kind of for the whole family. It's so much fun. We've done this one in person a couple of times. Show up in your PJs. Most of us haven't changed out of our PJs in a few days, right? So nothing new there. PJs, well, maybe you guys get some popcorn and get ready to paint with the whole family. That's on Saturday. And then the next one is, what's the next one? The next one is 80s night, is next Saturday. That's an adult one. Of course, the kids are welcome to join, but I like to do canvas and cocktails on Saturday nights. We're gonna paint, I'll show you all the paintings at the end. We're gonna paint kind of like an 80s themed painting. Peace, love, happiness. We'll have you guys listen to the music on your end since I can't play it on mine. The next one after that is the feather, which I posted the other night. I've been trying to post some new ones for you guys so that you can order your supplies. And the one after that is the gnome on a mushroom, which is really cute. Somebody brought us that as an idea. And the feather and the gnome are kind of back to back. One's Friday night, one's Saturday night. When you order your supplies for those, the canvases come 2 to a pack, so you'll have supplies to do both. Kind of planned it that way.
Now, just a reminder, what you're doing now is you're filling in the negative space.
Right, just the area around the outside of my petals, that's all. That's it. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to finish that. I'll show you some of the stuff I got here. Let's see. Can I get to it, maybe?
Be careful, please.
All right, I'll wait.
Wait till after, yeah.
All right.
Just so people know that the music that they do here is royalty-free music, so there's no copyright problems.
So after the feather and the gnome on a mushroom is the VW card that somebody pointed out the other night. That is kind of a semi-fundraising type of thing. We are going to partner with someone, Jessica Chin of Osborne Books. We are trying to get magic painting books into the hands of elderly in nursing homes. So that's part of that event. And again, it's a free event, but that's part of that one. That's where the VW car comes from with the books on top of it.
Oh, they can see the VW car right there behind the picture.
Can you?
Yeah, I can see it.
That side or this?
No, that side right there that you're pointing to. You're pointing to the
Oh.
VW car. And the
There's
feather is
two.
up there in the corner.
Yep, feathers up in the corner. The 80s night is the peace, love, happiness one.
We'll unveil the gnome later.
And then the one after that, the final one that I have planned for now, is the blossoms one, which is this guy here. This is for our Ladies Auxiliary in Manville, New Jersey. I do belong to that as well. We've had to cancel all of our fundraisers for the spring, so we've kind of lost out on a lot of events that kind of help us maintain the firehouse, help the firemen pick up the cost for the fire trucks, equipment, etc. So I decided we'll do that as a give back. So it's a free event, but any tips or donations that come in, I will send right to the firehouse for them. What's the matter?
Rascal wants your attention.
Oh my goodness, boy.
Is this something I can give him to calm him down?
I think maybe you can go outside. Is that the problem? You gotta go out.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Come on.
Sorry. Dog's duty calls.
That's exactly what it was.
Just leave the door open. And he'll come back down. That's cool.
That's exactly what it was.
Sorry.
I didn't pick up on that. Sorry, my
I don't
fault.
have the kid interrupting, it's the dog.
Yeah, but if Aiden was here, then he would know and he would have took Rascal outside. I didn't realize.
That's alright.
He was getting restless, so I was wondering why he was acting so restless.
Alright, give us some love, some hearts if you guys are done with this step, and we'll move on to the next step.
Yeah, he definitely had to go out.
Please.
Well, I mean, he's always up under you all the time, okay? You just don't get, I don't figure out the difference. He loves you so much. I mean, really, it's like,
My pup. Rascal is our rescue dog from Wise Animal Rescue. We got him in December when we lost our dog Buster in July. Our dog Buster was 23 years old.
yep.
He was like an everlasting dog. He was amazing. So Aiden, my son, who is 11, if you've ever seen him, he is on the spectrum, and he started asking, when are we going to get another dog? So we hooked up with Wise Animal Rescue, and this guy just kind of fell right into place here. It's amazing. And hi, boy. Okay, you feel better now? There you go.
And he's been grateful, so grateful and appreciative, full of anxiety, and he's a new addition to the family, and he just loves all the love and attention we give him, and when we can't give him attention, then he sort of like freaks out a little bit.
All right, do we got some likes, loves? Think
Yes.
we're ready? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start with the darkest
Excuse me.
one of our flowers. I'm gonna start with the purple one. Only because if you do touch the edge of your black, it won't be as bad to blend it in.
Okay.
So for my purple flower, I'm gonna mix right on my plate a scoop of purple, and I'm gonna grab just a little bit of white just to kind of like soften that color a bit. So we want like a violet color. And just maybe a little bit darker here. I don't know if you can see that or it's a glare.
Yeah, it's a glare, but I could see. You could see it. You could see the violet coming out. You just can't see the white.
Okay, so it's kind of like a violet color, lavender color.
That's good. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into this flower, my purple flower, and carefully along the edges, run my paintbrush for my petals. So this is where I was saying we have to decide which one's gonna overlap top or bottom. So this guy comes over that flower. I mean, it's the same color for now, so you can determine later if you want to. So right along the edges first. Carefully along that black line there. If you get black on it, just kind of swirl it off on your plate. That's what I do. Right alongside the black for our petal.
So you're just doing the outer.
I'm just doing the outer edges for now. This way you can paint it in. It's just nice to get those edges out of the way so you don't have to worry about rubbing up against the black too much. So again, right along the edge. See, I grabbed the black there a little bit. It's okay.
Oh yeah, everybody's busy.
And same thing, right along the edge of the flower with my purple. If you need to get your brush to a point, you can rinse and dry it and kind of pull it to a point. Sometimes that helps with some detail if you need to get it to a point for detail. Take all the paint off of your brush. Right along the edge. Kind of want to fill in all those little white spaces. That's your canvas coming through. I'm going to get the paint into those little crevices there. If your paint feels like it's too thick, you could just grab a little touch of water just to add to your paint.
But you want the outer, you want the borders to be sort of dark, like you're doing now?
Yep. This petal that's kind of hiding back there.
When you told them of the future events, you told them all of them?
I think so, but we'll go over them again so I can show you the paintings as we go also.
And the next one is this Saturday?
Is this Saturday, yep.
That's the pajama party, right?
Pajama party, yes.
That's gonna be a blowout.
We love seeing the kids paint. We love when you guys send us the pictures of the kids. It's amazing.
I don't know what Yash True from Japan is gonna do about that. Gonna do that at like 8 o'clock in the morning, a pajama party?
What time is it? I think the pajama party, it'll be the same time.
7 o'clock?
7 o'clock
Eastern time?
Standard Time. So it'll be 8 in the morning if you can get the kids awake
Well,
for that.
yeah, it's true. Could always wait until later and just do the
Yep.
do it at night when it's pajama party time
That's true,
in his
too.
country, in their country.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to fill in the rest of my petals, but I'm gonna grab, instead of taking from the purple, well, let me go back. Okay, so let me go to, we'll do the center first. So instead of taking from what I mixed, I'm gonna go into the dark purple that I started with.
Without washing it off?
Without rinsing and drying, I'm just gonna grab the dark purple, and we're gonna work from the center out. So I want you to work from the center of this, and just kind of put a couple of swipes from the center out into each one of your petals.
Okay.
So keep loading your brush so you have that dark purple color in the center. So loading my brush with that dark purple.
Yeah, it's true. Says, I work from home, so pajama party is okay.
Awesome. Alright. We want to bring that purple up into the center of each one of these petals. just loading that purple, that dark purple color onto my brush. I keep using the same stroke right from the center of the flower out into the petal.
Yeah, could you give them a chance to look at it for a second?
Yep.
'Cause you did that sort of fast.
I'm sorry.
Now what are you doing? You're washing off your brush?
Rinsing and drying once I get that dark purple in there.
Okay.
Give us some thumbs up or likes if you're ready to move on to the next part.
Yeah, 'cause Laura says not yet, but I'm not sure what not yet is for.
Okay, that's all right.
I'm keeping my eyes open for any indication.
Yeah, just give us some likes or love so we know that we can move on to the next step. We don't want to rush anybody. We're not going anywhere, so.
Yeah, we're quarantined. Everyone is pretty busy right now, which is good. I'm seeing a couple. This is so therapeutic, you know. People are concentrating and their mind is focused
Definitely.
on what they're doing and relieving themselves of whatever stress and
Good
issues that they might have had
focus on
to deal with today.
something else for a little while, that's all.
Yes. And the same goes for us while you're doing the instruction and I'm keeping monitoring everything going on around here. You know, we're not thinking about any of the things that we had to deal with today. And the payoff for us is, you know, when everybody sends in their pictures and lets us know how they feel and how they,
Yes.
you know, how everything worked out for them. And we see all of the pictures and it just brings a lot of joy.
It does. That's awesome. So yes, at the end of this, we want you to either, you know, didn't get several of the messenger ones, so perhaps we should just do either post it right to the page or email them to me, mimosasmasterpieces@yahoo.com. There's no and in there. mimosasmasterpieces@yahoo.
Okay, Pierce Melanie says, can you please explain the middle again?
Yep.
I was behind.
That's okay. So it's just, I used the same brush. I didn't rinse and dry it. I just grabbed the dark purple that I started with, and I kind of worked from the center of the flower out to the petals. So it's just strokes out into the center of your petals. You want to keep reloading that brush so that you have a good coat of that dark color on there. And then pull that out into the center of each of your petals. Just that's the dark purple color.
Very good.
Okay. We're okay to move on to the next step.
Yeah, if anybody is behind or if they have any
Excellent.
questions, I'll take care of it from here. I'll let you know.
Alright, so I'm going to use that lighter color purple that we started with. I'm going to add a little bit more white to it so we have a lighter purple. So another scoop of white in there. So you just want this color purple to be a little bit lighter than the purple that we started with.
That you made the borders with.
Yep. So lighter purple.
So the outer side, the outer edges of the petals was that color that you have there that's sort of light purplish.
Yep.
And then you made it darker from the center and brought it out into it. And now you're going to make it even lighter. And
so we're almost going to blend on the flower. So I'm going to have you take that lighter purple that we just mixed some white into the border purple, let's call
yes.
it. And we're going to stroke back and forth from the edge of each one of your petals into that light, or into that dark purple. So you're sort of blending the colors. So we're going to go over your edge and then go into that dark purple, pull some of that dark purple out with the light, back into the dark, pull some of that dark purple out into the light.
Now, where you went into, is that considered the negative area as well?
Nope. Negative space is all
Negative
black.
space is just the outer portion?
Yep, it's just the black.
Okay.
So again, I'll do it again on this petal. So with that light purple that we made, I'm going to go from the outside of the petal down into the dark purple, brush back up, brush back down. So we're sort of blending right on the canvas.
Oh, cool.
And it gives it that effect of the darker center and the lighter outside. As your petal goes to the outside, it gets a little bit lighter. I went right over the edges too, so you blend in that edge color too. And I'm painting on an angle, so I'm sorry if I have to look every once in a while.
Yeah, you do your strokes a little bit slower so they can see the hand movements.
Sorry. Okay. So this is a good petal to show this on. Okay, so I'm going to start from the outside of my petal and come down into that dark purple.
That looked like you went up into the purple.
Okay, up into the purple, Mr. Technicality, I'm sorry. And I'm going to pull some of this dark purple down and go back up, back down. So you kind of do want to do it a little quick so that you're pulling and pushing the paint.
Okay. You want to draw the darker paint from the center into the petal.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you want to push some of this lighter color into the center a little bit.
Okay.
You need to mix a little bit more of your color. You can keep mixing. It's okay.
He's fine now. He's found his
I know,
spot.
I'm just afraid I'm going to kick him in the head.
No, you're not going to kick him.
Nose
He's found.
is an inch from my toes.
That's all right. He found his spot. He's happy where he is now.
If he gets up fast, the whole easel's going, guys.
No, he's not going to get up now because he's found his spot.
All right.
As long as it's close to you, he's good.
Same thing here. Bring that light color down into the dark purple. Pull some of this dark purple back up there. Keep going with those strokes. Grab your edges, tops and bottoms. Little petal over here. So so I like to call this pencil grip, and I'm not sure what the proper term is for it, but I just like this as a loose grip. So I'm going to use this as a loose grip. So I'm not like right on the canvas. You have too much control when you're using a pencil grip.
Okay.
You want to kind of loosen your grip a little bit so you can get up in here for this petal. So I just stroked a little bit of that lighter color for that last petal that's hiding back there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to rinse and dry this brush.
Oh yeah, everybody's really busy right now.
And again, everyone's will look different. Every time I do them, they look differently. They will not look the same. It's okay. They're not meant to be the same.
Sure you don't want something to drink, some wine?
No, I'm just thirsty. do that later.
Okay.
Give us some likes when you're ready to move on to the next step, and we'll start the next one.
One.
No rush.
Maisha says, mine does not look anything like that.
It's okay. Is there something that we can help you fix? What do you think is wrong? What do you think? Not that it's wrong, but
Yeah, it's not wrong,
what
right?
do you what doesn't look the same? How about that? Or what doesn't look similar?
And really, it's like the end result is what you have to really look at. You can't,
That too.
you know, you can't really say it doesn't look like. I mean, because I'm looking at the picture that you've done, and I'm looking at the picture that you're doing, and it doesn't look anything like that right now either.
Not yet.
Even the petals look sort of different. But it's the general idea that you're making 3 flowers.
I like this one better.
Oh, Maisha says the blend.
The blend, okay.
Oh, the blends are definitely going to come out differently, but you still have
So-
more to do, right?
Yeah, there's some more to be done. So the blends, if you have, let's see, if it's too light, if the blend is not coming out, clean and dry this brush, this little guy, and just go over it. Swipe over this.
Do they need to use more paint or less paint?
I don't know, because I can't tell where, if it's too dark for you, then go in with your lighter color and do the same thing. Put a little bit of white or the lighter color and stroke over this back and forth.
If it's too light,
If it's too light, then you want to get that darker purple color on this brush and do the same
and draw
thing.
it out more.
Start from the center, come up into your lighter color if it's too light, and go back and forth. Sometimes it is how you're holding your brush, so not a pencil grip. Too much control, too much pressure. I like to hold it as like a loose grip, and then use your wrist instead of your fingers. Use your wrist.
Okay.
And light strokes. Hopefully that helps.
Well, it's still got 2 more flowers to do, so
Yeah.
you can try it again on the next flower.
All right, we're gonna do the green one next. So for our green, you can use green paint if you have green paint. I'm gonna mix onto my mixing palette now since I don't have much room. I'll start with a scoop of blue, and then a good scoop of yellow, maybe 2 scoops of yellow. And see what that looks like. You get it to a color that you like.
And they don't necessarily have to use green.
And you don't have to use green. You can use whatever color you want. I'm going to do a little bit more yellow. Like that lime green color. That's what I'm going to go for.
Can you show them?
Yep. Don't step on
And
the
did you
carpet.
tell them that they were going to have another plate to
Yep.
make the... Oh, okay.
I did. Okay, so I used a scoop of blue and probably 2 scoops of yellow until I mix this like a lighter green color. It's almost like a lime green color. And I'm gonna start the same way I did with the purple. Just gonna do the edges first. My brush is pretty loaded with the paint because we just mixed with it. So it's a good time to go over your edges. Now this is where I would say
The pencil.
use your pencil grip so that you have a little bit more control over your line. And then I use my pinky to kind of stabilize that if I need to. So run that right along there. And again. And this guy right along here. Come up here, right along the edge. since this is the petal that's hidden by our yellow flower when we get to it. Get this guy over here.
Now, just a reminder that people who everybody's doing this now with you, they can always turn somebody else onto this by having them look at the video that's going to be saved after we do this event.
Yes.
And then those people can make paintings.
So our videos I save in the event. So I don't post it right to the page, I save it in the event. So you have to go to the events tab and scroll through the past events. And that, if anything that says virtual painting, that's what we're doing. So we've done, I think, 4 of them maybe. So there's,
It might be about 5, yeah.
so there's a couple there that you can go back to and do. If you don't want to do it live with us, or you want to take your time where you can kind of pause me.
Or if somebody sees their painting and go, wow, you did
That's
that.
cool.
And you can tell them, yeah, you can always go to the page and then go to the event
Yep.
and you could do the same thing.
We still have cupcakes coming in. I just got another, somebody sent me the bird painting from the first one that we did recently. So it's cool to see them starting to float in later. It's neat. And this guy's kind of all full down there, but that's all right. They
Right,
overlap.
if they know somebody that needs to take a break or needs to have a nice time just to relax and paint, they can always direct them back to your
Exactly.
page and they could go to the event and pick up any one of the paintings and
Sure.
paint any one of them.
Yep, yep. So similar to what we did the last time, once you have your edges in, I'll give you guys a minute. We're gonna make that, we're gonna go to the darker color, so I have to make a darker green in this case.
And once again, that's the blend for Maisha. You're making them darker blend now.
Right. So I have to make a darker green here. So I'm going to do some more blue and maybe a little bit less yellow. I hate adding black because that sometimes just makes it gray. So I'm afraid to add black.
To make it darker?
Yeah. But some people think just add black to it and it makes it darker, but it doesn't always. You should always add like a complementary color, something that's right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, we have a darker green color. So it's just a little bit more blue in the yellow this time.
Okay, Robin says that she just finished her purple flower.
Okay,
No
Slow.
worries.
we'll slow down.
Yeah, no worries.
That's all right.
You can catch up, and I'll have her repeat the steps for the next flower so that you can catch up. No problem.
So Robin, if you just finished your purple, you're gonna mix your green color. So, not looking at this one, I used 2 scoops of yellow and probably maybe a half a scoop of blue to make that lighter green, like a lime green color. And I just did the edges of this flower like we did with the purple. And I was talking about the kind of the pencil grip and the loose grip. When you do the edges, use your pencil grip, use your pinky for balance, for stability. Ooh.
Careful.
Okay, you guys are mixing your darker green color now. So I'm gonna do the.
Yeah, so I'm getting a couple of people are just finishing
Not
their
yet.
purple
Okay.
flowers.
That's fine. So we'll take a minute breather here.
See, this is where you need the wine.
So I can just sit.
You can't keep sipping water. You can just have. You're not gonna have wine in a pajama party?
I don't think that would be appropriate with the kids.
Okay. Put it in a red Solo cup. You won't know.
That's dangerous when you're painting.
What?
Use a red Solo cup of drinks when you're
Oh, okay, yeah.
when your rinsing cup is the same thing.
You're right.
Use the real glass. We're home.
Yeah.
Anyone that's done already and kind of waiting, send us some. Do you have any questions for us? Send us some questions. Give me something else to do other than rock. I'm a mom, so I just rock like I'm rocking. Sorry.
Yeah, well, Rascal's fine because he's right
Rascal's
there
good now.
underneath you.
Hmm?
Yeah, normally Aiden would be here, and then it would be some kind of
Running around.
yeah. You could tell him about his vacuum, doing his live vacuum. He's going to be doing another one. We just haven't figured out the date.
So Aiden runs his own vacuum service. He fixes broken vacuums. He's 11. He's had an obsession with vacuums since he was 2 years old. So he kept watching. He's been here every time I've done one of these. And he said, I want to do my own live, and I want to show my vacuums, and I want to do a demonstration. So he did that the other day, and he was just beside himself. When can I do it again? But he showed 2 different vacuums that he has and kind of compared them, and then he showed 2 other vacuums that he's refurbished and he's trying to sell. So he's something.
Yeah, he gave instructions on how to
clean your filters
and how to bring if you need him to do it for you, what you need to do, how do you contact him, and he really enjoyed it.
I couldn't tell you how many vacuums we have in our home. Oh my gosh.
Danielle says this is a really nice, relaxing night.
Good.
Much needed after the past few weeks we've had.
Agreed.
And Yas in Japan is woohoo sipping at 8 a.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Mimosas, right?
Anything.
Mimosas.
Anything.
But it's 8 a.m. Mimosas are morning.
I'm in love with this person.
You have a fan. His name is Mark.
Sarah says my 12-year-old thinks this is so cool.
Aw, good. Yeah, we'll do more kids ones too. We did the mommy and me birds. We did the cupcake one on Saturday. We'll do the pajama one, and I'll post something else. So what is your 12-year-old, what would she like to paint? Give me an idea to paint a new thing for kids.
I don't know if it's a she or a he.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And Pierce Melanie says that's so neat. Tell us more about Aiden. Well, Aiden, they can go to his page on Facebook. Is what, Vacuum Boy?
It's Vacuum Boy. Gosh, I wonder if you can associate it. I'm not sure. I'll post his thing up there for you to go to. He is on the spectrum. For us here, they no longer categorize Asperger's, but we had seen several neurologists and doctors. We had somebody come here, and they were like, yeah, he talks like he's a professor. He's super smart. Sometimes he's telling me that, the right thing to do. He's like, he's 11 going on 40, but he keeps me on my toes. We are always busy, always going. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? So he loves to take things apart and try and fix them. Sometimes,
he doesn't try and fix them. He fixes them.
Well, 90% of the time he does.
I would never take apart a robot vacuum.
Yeah.
What do you call those robot vacuums that run across the floor?
What he bought that? Did he buy that one? I lost track because he does make money in his little vacuum business, and he saves to buy the next vacuum that he wants. So he's bought himself a Roomba.
Yeah, Roomba.
Something or another.
Roombas.
And it kept getting stuck on the dock or something, and he had it apart, and I was like, what are you doing? That's expensive. Yeah, he fixed it. He's like, oh, the brush thing was shifted and it needed to replace the side brush or something. I don't, but it works fine. It's fine now. I shouldn't doubt.
I don't doubt him ever.
It's sometimes it's unnerving sometimes to see, you know, people are like dropping off their $500 or $600 Dyson at my home for him to fix, and I'm like, please be able to fix this.
I trust in him. He does a good
I
job.
know, and
he really loves doing
every
it.
time he does pretty amazing stuff. So at the age of, I think at 3 years old, I saw that he took apart our Dyson, or my original Dyson. He had it apart in pieces, like found a filter that I didn't even know existed, had the hose apart, had every part off of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? At 3, and he put it all back together with no problem. It was crazy. So we have just encouraged that obsession for him. He loves them. That's what he likes to do. We have, he loves Dysons, so we've taken him to like the Dyson store in New York City for their unveiling of products. They actually knew us there, which was really cool. When we walked in, I had mentioned to them ahead of time, like, I don't know if this is something for adults, but explained Aiden's situation. They knew him. He took over the show. He was showing everybody else how to use the new V something or another.
Yeah,
whatever it
he
was.
did.
I don't even know what it was.
That's all on the Vacuum Boy page.
And he's the greatest part, which was, it was tongue-in-cheek moment, but he got to speak to one of the chief engineers, Robert Green, who is like one of the engineers from the UK, who was at the store in New York City, and he was telling him the things that they needed to improve on their vacuum. I was like, okay, now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. All right, so ready? We'll go on to the next color after we get our green in there, we're gonna mix that darker green color. So it's 2 blue, 1 yellow, so it's a little bit darker green here. Oh my gosh, rascal. All right, so I'm gonna start from the center, same idea. From the center and come up into the center of each of these petals. So keep loading that brush. So from the center, come up into the petal.
Brooklyn says, Joey, her 5-year-old, wants to learn how to paint an owl in a tree and a butterfly.
Owls we can do. No problem. And butterflies, I think we can do that too. So from the center, come up into this petal. Try and bring it up into about the center area. Keep loading that paint on the brush. I think that one's gonna end up looking like a clover, huh?
Brooklyn says, her son was so happy to hear his name.
Oh.
Joey, how you doing, Joey?
We'll do an owl for you, Joey. We'll post that one next, okay?
We'll let you know, definitely.
Joey from where? Where are you guys from?
I'm not sure. Let me go back and check. I'm checking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They said that where they were from.
Okay.
Oh, they're from New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey. Okay. Very good.
Kerry Zimmer says, you two are very cute. Thank you.
All right. So we have our green that we outlined with.
Yes.
We have our darker green that we used for the center. I'm rinsing and drying that brush after I do the center. And then I'm going to take some white and add a good scoop of white, and I'm going to add it to that lighter color that we did the outline with. We want a lighter green color. Okay? just paint the easel. Okay, so I'm just adding white to that lighter green color.
So you're gonna make it even lighter.
Even lighter, yep. I'm gonna also add to that a little bit more yellow so that we have kind of a yellow color in there too. So scoop of yellow there.
Did Maisha get that? I hope Maisha got that. Because this was the issue before with the blending.
Okay,
So you just added an extra little bit of yellow.
So I added white. So to my lighter color, my outline color, I added 2 scoops of white and a scoop of yellow to that. So there's a little bit of yellow highlight in there too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna use that same technique that we did before. Lighter, looser grip. Okay, from the, oh, stepped on the ear, sorry dude. From the outside of our petal, we're gonna come down into the light, or into the dark color, and pull that dark color out. So you do kind of want to do this quickly. It's almost like you're blending right on canvas. So go over your edge, pull that down into the center, into that dark color, pull it out to the edge.
Your brother Mason is here.
Hi, brother Mason.
Hi, Mason. Sherry Bartocci.
Hi, Sherry. It's Miss Bartocci.
That's Miss Bartocci. Our Miss Bartocci.
Our Miss Bartocci.
Cool.
One of Aiden's favorite teachers.
Yes. That's the patchouli lady?
That is the patchouli lady. Why he loves patchouli.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry. Wait. No, it's Mason replying to somebody.
Oh, okay. Alright, so same thing, that lighter color, we're going to start from the outside. We're going to brush it into that darker color and pull some of that dark color out toward the edge. So back and forth, back and forth. I'm sorry, I'm like hitting the edge of my easel here.
I don't get this. It's got replying to Sarah, Mason Luke. He isn't. He just likes purple, and it's hard to find boys' clothes in the color purple.
Oh, they're having a side conversation.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. I was like, what is he referring to?
Aiden's favorite color is purple. Alright, again, from the outside, we're going to go along that edge into that darker green color and pull some of that green out. Looser grip on this brush. So we're blending right on the canvas. And do the same thing up here. Into that dark green. Pull some of that dark green out. Into the dark. Pull some out. Reload your color if you need to.
Miss Bartocci says, you two are adorable. Yeah, she's one of our favorites, you know, one of Aiden A. We you know what? We love all of our teachers down at Robert Morris because
They're
of
amazing. Yes.
how Aiden's development has come along, you know, in all of this time, now that he's 11. You know, when we first started, it was a lot of concern, and now look at it.
He so misses everybody at school. I can't even tell you. Oh,
Yeah.
he misses everybody. I'm rinsing and drying after I've blended my colors on the green flower. I'll give everybody a minute. Give us some hearts or likes so we know that you're ready to move on to the next one.
We've got Jorge Rodriguez. Hello from Manville.
Jorge is the Manville Rocks guy.
Oh.
Rocks everybody in Manville.
Okay. Welcome.
He's really an artist.
Awesome. Yeah, I see the palette in the paintbrush and the painting.
I'm glad you're joining us.
Awesome. Yeah, all our local people, they all such treasures for us. Everyone.
Yes. We were a little, when this all started, we were a little taken back because every event for March and April was canceled for, and now for May has been canceled for us. So we are not making, we're not getting the income that I usually do for going out and doing these once or twice a week. So I was a little flustered at first, and I just thought I just need to give back instead. Let me just focus on our mental health and everybody else's mental health, and I needed that more than I needed the money. And it's been awesome since so we're just gonna keep on going while we're stuck or we're here, we're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, because normally we're filling up the car with easels
exactly.
and canvas,
Yes.
and then we're going and setting up and laying
Sure.
out maybe at sometimes hundreds of
Well, we've done
plates
100, right?
and you know, and easels on tables and packing them in and
Yes,
getting the speakers set up and
setting up for 100 people is a trip.
yeah, this is much more fun.
Well, we don't have the crowd in person, but this is awesome. Awesome.
Well, I mean, it seems like we reach more people this way than
Yeah, because you guys have been sharing. Thank you.
and then when we get the pictures and we make the
Yeah, so
the
watch for
slideshow,
that.
it's
Make
like
sure
it's
make sure
really
you send in your photos for us, because that is the best way for me to show you all what everybody did. They are all the same picture, but they all look different, and it's so neat to see everybody's take on it and how everybody does their own thing. We love that part.
yeah.
That's my favorite part.
I love that part too. I can't help it. She makes me tear up every time. I don't care, just every single time.
All right, I think we're ready for the next part. What do we think?
I think so. You got a nice pace going. You're not going too fast.
So I'm realizing, guys, that I didn't put red on my palette. I need a little bit of red, unless we change out colors, but yeah, I need a little bit of red to make this orange color in there.
Okay.
So if you want to do a yellow flower, you're going to need just a touch of red. So I'm going to grab that. Sorry. I'm fairly certain that was all in the colors were all in there, but if you don't have it, we can do a blue flower and not worry about that. But this orange is made with a little bit of red.
Okay.
All right. Did you see a bunch of likes or? Okay,
Yeah, everybody's pretty good. If anybody falls behind, I'll let you know.
Okay, so we're gonna need to we'll do a yellow outline. I'm just gonna go right into yellow. I'm not gonna mix with anything yet. So we're just gonna do the outline in yellow. The yellow is pretty translucent, so you may be able to see through it. That's all right. So this is just the yellow to start with. Got black on my brush.
So you got black on your brush. Is that?
I just wiped it off on my plate.
Oh, okay.
Or rinse and dry your brush if you need to rinse and dry it. That's okay. That's why I like to start with the lighter or the darker flowers first, so the black has time to dry.
Okay. Now you're doing the same thing that you did to the purple flower
Yeah, we're just
and the green flower.
starting with the edge first. Edges first. Just like the puzzles. You know, when you do a puzzle, you do the edges first. At least that's my theory. You have to do the edges first.
Well, I'm just mentioning that for Maisha. Because it was the blending thing before. And I would assume that Maisha's got a hold of it now. It's all, you know.
Or she's tired of hearing her name and saying, Mark, stop calling me.
No, I think she's got to hang up now because she's not saying anything. And Nancy Keys Creelman says, that's awesome. Thank you for giving back.
Oh, you guys are welcome.
And Rosemary Simmons is very nice.
Thank you. We've always, so I'm part of also the Pay It Forward effect. So we kind of, if you've seen the cards, they're like yellow cards that say Pay It Forward. And we kind of drop them randomly with things, or like if you pay for somebody's like coffee in front of you, or we've done some much bigger things, but we've done a lot of smaller things, and you kind of just pass on the card, so it's a reminder that what you do, you put a, you know, I call it like the ripple effect. Like when you do something good, that goodness goes out into the world, and one day it comes back to you. And I've been able to show Aiden those instances several times now, that we've had just amazing things happen. Like Rascal is a great example. He fell into our lap, so to speak. But the Wise Animal Rescue kind of just said, you know, I was so new at this. We took him, we got him. I'm like, what do I do now? You know, how do I pay for his fee? Because I wasn't ready yet. And they just said he was such a perfect fit for you guys that, you know, the bond that he and Aiden have immediately, they waived our adoption fee. So Aiden and I paid it forward for the next person who was going to adopt. So their fee was paid. So we hope that translates eventually.
It does.
To other people.
It does.
And we love seeing pay it forwards, and we love seeing, you know, things like that going on out there, because we need more of that in the world than the negativity that's out there.
Maisha says, yeah, well, I only have 2 flowers and my blend is Maisha style.
Good job.
There you go. And Angel says, I decided to switch colors. Bad decision. Never a bad decision. Never a bad decision.
Aww.
Wait till it's all set. Wait till it's all done.
True. All right, so I'm gonna do our lighter color. Trying to grab some clean yellow. My yellow has green in it. All right, so I'm taking some yellow. I'm gonna just grab a scoop of white. Make that lighter. I'm going backwards, guys. Wait, I'm sorry.
Really?
I did, I went backwards. So you can make your light color, but that's okay. So we have to make orange for the center. So.
Well, that's where that red comes in again?
Yes. So scoop of yellow. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. Scoop of yellow. Just a little tiny bit of red goes a long way. Maybe
Now,
not
for
too
people
much.
using different colors,
So you just want to create a darker color.
A darker color from the center to come out?
For the center. Yep. So if you're doing a blue flower, you can add a little bit of purple to that to make it darker.
Hey, Lena's here.
Lena, hi.
Lena says, I can replay this, right? Yes, you
replay
can.
it, honey. Yes, yes. Lena is from Bound Brook, and her family has Sprinkles on the Go ice cream truck. So when we get out of this whole thing, you want to have parties, you can have an ice cream truck come right to your home.
Yeah, that is cool.
Okay, so I'm making an orange color here. So I used yellow, a little touch of red, and then I added just a little bit of white to it to kind of soften that up a little bit. Okay?
Well, that looks a little orange.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Okay, Elizabeth Carson says, you are an inspiration. Pay It Forward is also a good movie for these days. We are stuck inside with the family.
So,
it's
you
a
know
movie?
what? Yeah, yes. Yes.
Okay.
There you go, yeah. Yes, that's a good one. That's true. I haven't seen that in a long time. Maybe we'll do that. Will Smith.
Oh, cool.
I think. Okay, so orange. I made my orange color for the center. Sorry if I confused you. to make the lighter color. So the lighter color yellow is just yellow and white. But I'm going to my orange color, my darker color, to paint the center. So again, from the center of my flower out into the petals.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Center into about the middle of each petal. Lighter grip, loose grip.
No pencil grip.
Loose grip. Yep, you want to just let your wrist do the work.
Yeah, see, the pacing is much better. It's taking time to do this.
Alright, I'm going to rinse and dry and let you guys catch up there.
And again, we're playing royalty-free music. Elena said, can I buy that one? Mine won't come out as good. Yes, it will. It will.
I'll send one your way.
We have Marsha Smith from Blackwood, New Jersey is here.
Hi, Marsha.
You know, if you're coming in late, you can always watch the video. As soon as this is over, the video will be posted and you can take your time. You can do it.
Yeah,
you can recommend it to people.
You don't have to rush to catch up. You can wait until we're all done and then go back to it. We'll post it right in the event. Any events that we do, virtual painting wise, we go live right from the event, so it's easy to go back to and find the video later if you want to. Or if you want to share it with somebody, then you can tag them in the video.
Or if you want to put the kids in the kitchen and sit them down and you say, okay, here, y'all going to paint this painting or whatever while I take care of things. It's all works out nice.
How's the marker drawing coming? I would like to see that when you guys are done. That's a really great idea. While you paint, you give your kids the markers to follow along. Somebody's painting with watercolors. I would love to see that one too. Someone mentioned watercolors. I'm not a great watercolor painter. I like acrylics. Not a great oil painter. Those are tough. Take forever to dry.
Yes, Marsha says, this is really great that you're doing this. It's so relaxing. That's one of the main reasons why we're doing it.
Yep. Mental health is important. My own as well. Our first week of homeschooling, I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do. I worked full time. So I was going to work and trying to come home and homeschool, and then try and figure out what I was going to do about this. And by the second week, I thought, you know what? We just have to take a step back and do something a little less aggressive for work. I need to have less expectations. I set the school, this is what we can do. This is what we can manage. And it's been so much better since. And now working from home at least too helps.
Yeah, and having good school teachers and good school is very important.
They've been so supportive and amazing. Just everyone reaches out all the time. What can we do? What can we help with? They have, I want to say FaceTime, but it's not FaceTime. They have like a Google Classroom or Google Meeting, Google Chat, something like that, that they've come on with him and they've walked him through the work that he's doing, you know, 1 or 2 pages at a time. And he appreciates that so much. He is so much more ready to do that than he is for me to say, all right, here's the sheet, here's what you have to do, and do it. That's not working.
Lena says, are you up for another project, or are you crazier now or more relaxed?
I'm more relaxed now because I don't think I have the pressure of going out to everything. I was always working, coming home, doing school, helping with Aiden, and then going out physically to do all these things, along with other things that I do. The universe was telling me to slow down. So that was my key. It was my, you need to slow down, and I don't have a choice now. So this is just as therapeutic for me to do as it is for you to do with me. So thank you guys for being with me and watching.
Yes, thank you.
Alright, so I'm rinsing and drying that brush from our orange color. And I'm gonna go to our lighter color that we mixed. If you missed that before, it was like 2 scoops of yellow, a scoop or so of white to make a lighter yellow. We just want it to be lighter than what our edge was. So 2 scoops of yellow, scoop or so of white, mix on our plate. Load up your brush, and we're going to use that same motion of from the edge of our petal into that orange color, and we're going to pull it out. So from the edge of our petal into the orange, and pull some of that orange out. Into the center, and pull some of the orange out. So from the edge of our petal into the orange, and pull some of that orange color back out to the outer edge of the leaf. Okay.
Yeah, so Lena says, so you're up for a project.
Maybe. What are we doing?
Well, she got to check your schedule to make sure that,
okay, I'm up for a project.
because you just mentioned a whole bunch of other events that you already have lined up, so she could check with that, and then
Yeah, we can do something. Oops. So again, from the outside of our canvas to the center of our leaves, petals, call them leaves. Told you I wasn't a flower person. I don't know what I'm doing with flowers.
Now, Cinder Miss Robian says, I got laid off in January after almost 30 years.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
amazing how my health improved almost immediately. I had no idea how stressed I was and how it was affecting my health. I am enjoying my year off.
Good for you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lena says, it's painting.
Okay. Alright, same thing out here with this little guy. From the edge of the petal into the center and pull some of that orange out with it. Push and pull, push and pull. Try and cover up my little white areas.
Okay, she says, it's a cabinet.
No.
She's going to sand and paint white. And she was thinking a lighthouse.
Oh, okay. We can do a lighthouse.
Sounds good.
I always have these grand ideas of the things that I want, the projects that I want to do. And I don't get very
Now,
far.
Ruth Merkley says, do you do this every Thursday night at 7?
Not yet.
We're working on it.
But we do have something at least once a week for the next, until May 1st so far. If Thursday nights work good, then we'll do some more for Thursday nights. Yep.
And I'm definitely researching and going over each one of these videos, and trying to figure out how can I make her
He's directing
into
me.
a YouTube channel so that she could actually do this and get subscribers, people to paint every week, every month. You know, we just gotta perfect it. So that's what we're doing now while we do this with everybody. You know, we're trying to do it as best we can and try to make it into like a show. And hopefully we can.
I'm off of that.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But if we can perfect it, where we can make it into a show and have different themes, different subjects, different types of.
I like getting ideas because your ideas inspire me to want to do more. Sometimes, as an artist or a painter, we go in waves. So I could go for a month without wanting to pick up a paintbrush and just don't have the desire to do it. And then there could be nights where I can be down, where this is my basement studio, I can be down here until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning where the ideas just keep coming and I'm like in that zone and keep going. But sometimes those go away and then we're like, it's like writer's block. Like when you're trying to write something, you need to write something, you want to do it, and just nothing is coming. So it's like artist block, I guess. So we love your ideas though. Somebody else mentioned to me they wanted to do the gnome and the mushroom, and somebody else said they wanted to do a feather. So we went with them both.
And that's where I come in.
It's exciting.
And that's where I come in. I help you figure out whatever themes or whatever ideas you want to figure out how we're going to do it. And, like the pajama party and the paint and
Pajama
sipping.
party's fun.
And just the other night when you did for the adults where you were drinking and you made the drinks, that was fun.
That's good. All right, give us some likes or loves to let us know you're ready to move on to the next step.
Yeah, Carrie Zimmer's got to go. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Very
Sorry,
nice
Carrie.
evening with you all. Yeah, because people are starting to think about different things to do, so I think maybe, yeah. Because Holly likes the lighthouse idea.
A lighthouse. Okay.
And then
I have a lighthouse.
Nancy Keys Creelman says, I would love to do a sunflower or an old
Sunflower.
camper.
Okay, an old
Okay.
camper. I like that idea too.
Yeah, but everybody's giving thumbs up. They want you
All right, ready.
They want you to finish
Let's
this
do it.
up.
Yes. All right. So next, rinse and dry this little guy. We're gonna go to black. So right
So
into
you're going back to black?
We're going back to black. We're gonna do the center of each of these flowers in the black. We're gonna define some of the edges of our petals if we haven't done so. And then we're gonna add a couple little dots in there. So we're gonna start little brush right into the black. I'm gonna start on my purple flower. And just like we did with this dark purple color, I'm gonna go from the center of my flower, right from the center, and just a couple of lines out into each of the petals. Doesn't have to be perfect. There's no kind of like set rhyme or reason, just a couple of lines out. We're not really blending here, it's just a couple of darker lines in there. Usually curved lines to kind of follow the shapes of the petals. I'm sorry, I keep looking down so I don't step on the dog.
He's fine.
He's fine until I kick him. Poor guy. Okay, once you have some of these lines in there, I'm gonna define my petal here. So which one is which, I'm gonna kind of come from the center and go around there so you can see the edge of that petal now. Right in my black negative space area. So this is where you can do some of that outlining almost at the same time. And this sort of finishes off almost each of these petals so you can see where they are.
Yeah, so you're giving it shape now.
Yep. So yeah, sometimes they don't look exactly like you want them to when you start. As they finish, they come together though. Okay. We're going to do the same thing on our green flower.
You're going to use black?
Same thing, black. We want all of our centers to be black. So right from the center into our darker green color there. A couple of lines, just using curved lines.
Do that a little slower so they can see the
Sorry.
stroke.
Yep, just some curved lines into each one of the petals. And then again, you want to define the edges of our petals here. Which one's which? I'm going to outline over here. overlaps there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't in that one though. So you can decide what you like better. I didn't outline this here.
Right.
So you can decide what you like better, outline or no outline here. And then the same thing up here in the yellow from the center. And out, you're gonna pick up some of that orange color. That's okay. If you need to wipe it off, so I picked up some of that orange color and just kind of swirl it off on my plate and go right back into black.
But it's okay to have the orange.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not doing the pencil holder, or are you doing the?
I'm kind of.
Okay, you sort of like
in the middle.
Okay.
And again, we wanted to find the edge of our. This here. Find the edge of each one of your petals. Going for the outline. I think it looks more natural, not outlined,
Right.
overlapping.
I agree.
Oops. We're gonna take that same brush. I'm actually gonna rinse it just to get it to a point. So rinse and dry. Dry it off. And I kind of want to get it to a point, so I kind of pull the bristles down so that it comes to a little point.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just put some little dots. So right outside of some of these little lines. A little bit of black on the end of my brush, just on the tip. And we're going to do a couple of dots here. Be coming from the line, it could be in between the lines, but just light pressure.
And you're working your way out from the center out.
I am, but you can go backwards if you want to. I just always seem to work from the center out.
As long as they're lined up with the pieces that you brought out from the center in the black.
They don't really have to be even. I mean, I just like to go in between. You just want just a couple of dots for a little bit of pattern in there.
Okay.
We're gonna go and do the same with the green.
You're doing that pretty fast.
Sorry. So just light pressure.
If they put too much pressure on it, that will make
It'll make your
the
dots bigger.
Okay.
So I'll start at the end. So light pressure is a little dot. A little bit more pressure is a bigger dot. A little more pressure is a bigger dot.
So if they hold it like a pencil, then it would be a bigger dot?
Well, it still depends on how much
Pressure you put on it?
Yellow flower.
Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna rinse and dry that when you're done with those.
Yeah, so I really slowed your pace down today. I think maybe somewhere in between the fast pace and the slow pace. That's where we gotta get you.
All right. So once I rinse and dry that brush, I'm gonna add just a little bit more highlights on the edges of our petals. So I'm just gonna go into white. Not a whole lot on my brush at one time, just a little bit on the tip of my brush at one time. I'm gonna start from the edge and just lightly, barely brushing the canvas from the tips of our petals. So just a tiny bit on our brush. Well, I'm kind of lost the tip of the petal there, but so just lightly with a little bit of white. You want to add a little tiny bit of highlight to the tips of your leaves, petals on these. I'm gonna leave that one since it's kind of hidden. Do a little bit over here. A little bit down here. The yellow is the one that probably could use the highlight the most. So, taking a little bit of white and from the tip of that, kind of pulling that out a little bit into our petal. A little bit up top. That one's kind of off the canvas too. Same thing with this guy. We'll just do a little bit up here. Okay, once we have those in there, and we just need a couple of these little white highlights. So again, our brush, if you need to get it back to a point, you can. Mine's still pretty pointy. Just right in your white, and we're just doing a couple of little white dots in the center of each of our flowers. Doesn't matter where. If you get black on it, like I just got some of the black on it, I'm just kind of swirling it off on my plate. Go back in to get a little bit more white on my brush. Just a few more dots there. Swirling that black off. Back into white.
So Elizabeth says it's a flower freckles.
Flower freckles, thank you.
That's what you did with the black.
I love it.
And
yeah.
now you're doing that with the white?
Same thing. Yep. We're just doing it in the center.
Flower freckles.
Big gob of paint on there. It's okay.
Priya Gwen says, looks beautiful. I couldn't join today, but hope to do this seeing the video.
Definitely.
Yes, that's what
Come
the video
back
will
to
be
us,
there.
Yep. Come back and do it again.
Yes, the video will be there. Matter of fact, all the videos from all the events that she's
Yep.
done will be up on the page. You just got to go to the event and click on it.
Yep. And the very last thing that you need to do is sign your painting. So I usually will do my initials and the year in the top or in the left or right bottom corner. Whatever color you choose. Sometimes people like to hide it. Sometimes you like to keep it stand out. So that's all you have left to do.
That's not all they have left to do.
No?
They're supposed to take a picture of.
Well, I mean, that's all you have left to do with your paintbrush in your hand.
Oh, okay. And then after that, then they're going to take a picture and send it to us.
Please take a photo of your painting.
Of them in the painting.
That would be awesome to get you with your painting. And then email it to us, mimosasmasterpieces@yahoo.com. Or you can try and send it in Messenger, but I feel bad because I missed 2 or 3 birthday pictures that didn't make the montage because I didn't see them in the Messenger. It didn't come through. So email it to us or post it right to the end of the event, or I'll post up a link later in the event. I'll post something and you can feel free to add your pictures there too. I usually will create a photo album so you can go and see everybody's, and then I'll create the photo montage for everyone. and we'll put it to some music. But yeah, after you have that on there, you're done with your paintbrush, and I'll show you the next couple of events that are coming up.
Susu says gorgeous.
Awesome.
Shireen Meda says, oh my God, you have the nicest laugh, so infectious.
I've been told that. I don't know. I'm a happy person. I'm
Yes,
sorry,
yes you
Rafa.
are.
Alright, I'm gonna move this guy.
Oh, now you're gonna show them
I'll
the
show you the next
upcoming
events. Is that out of the picture, hopefully?
All right, Leigh Mursky Strashin says thank you.
You're welcome.
And Brooklyn says thank you. This was amazing.
You're so welcome. So our next few events. So this is the pajama party. So you'll paint pajama bottoms, and we can come up with different slippers if you want to put slippers on your feet.
That's this Saturday.
That is Saturday. Okay, the next one after Saturday is the 80s night, which is, I don't know if you can see that picture. Can you see that one?
Yes, they can see it. It's right there in the corner.
Okay.
You just point to it.
So that's the peace, love, happiness one, 80s theme. The next one is the feather. This is a longer canvas. You can scale it to whatever you want. This is a 12 by 24 canvas. And after that one is our gnome on a shroom.
Yep.
This
Susu
guy.
says, my God, the gnome.
So this is Saturday, April 25th. They're all at 7 p.m. so far, guys. This time seems to work the best for most people, so we'll stick with it. After the gnome is the VW car, which
You got two of them.
There's one over here, there's one over there. And the last one that I have posted so far is the blossoms, and that's for the Manville Ladies Auxiliary. Any donations or tips that come in, we will put right to that. So we'll send that right to the Ladies Auxiliary.
You'll talk to Lena about the lighthouse.
I'll talk to Lena about the lighthouse. Maybe we'll put a lighthouse painting together for you guys too.
And what about the owl?
And the owl for Joey.
Uh-huh.
We will do an owl for Joey.
All right, so you'll let them know.
A mommy and me owl. How's that?
Yeah, Mommy and Me event.
Mommy and me owl.
And a butterfly.
And butterflies. Okay, we'll do those next. So yes, so thank you guys very much again. Thank you to all of our social workers out there. Thank you to the National Association of Social Workers New Jersey chapter for sponsoring this night. It's a free event, but we do appreciate tips. Not expected, but appreciated. I do have a Venmo and a PayPal link that we'll put up there later on. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions or we can do anything, please let us know. We'd love your suggestions. And a review on the website or our Facebook page is just as good as the tip for me.
Answering Angel's question.
Okay.
Yes, the birds behind you, they are in the video. That was the very first one we did, right? That was the very first
one we did. So that was Mom and Me birds. And the only reason I did two, I don't know where the little ones are, but we did a mommy and a me. So we did two little ones for kids, and I painted the large one at the same time. So we did two sets of paintings. So maybe we'll do something like that with the owls, where it could be mommy and me for a set of two, and then we can do one for if an adult wants to do just one. So we'll put that together for you guys too.
Yes, so we got Lisa saying thanks. Lisa Warren Bexton. We've
Thanks,
got
guys.
Christine Wright, Fredericksdorf saying thank you.
You're welcome.
Suzanne Lawrence, thank you.
You're welcome.
Nancy Keys Creelman, thank you so much.
I think you like saying your name.
I like to read people's names off. I do. I love it. And Yash True, thank you so much for getting up in the morning in Japan just to do this with us. We hope to see you. We hope to hear from you again.
Definitely.
For the pajama party, or what? Which one? That was the pajama party, right?
Yeah. On Saturday, so hopefully you have some supplies to work with.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
But again, in each of our events, I post on the. I know sometimes it's tricky to navigate through the events. When I post it, you'll see something that says details. In the details is about the event that will go virtual or will go live right inside the event. Click going and change your notification settings to all. I always find that myself. I don't even see my own notifications because the notification settings, they say to like highlights or something. So change it to all so you can see when we do post something about it if there's a change. And then I'll post all of the supplies in that detail section, and usually post number 1 is a picture of the painting along with the supply list again and a link to order right from our supplier. So because we were having a hard time, even my friends that are trying to buy their supplies from Amazon are saying it's taking a while. So plan ahead. Try and plan ahead for the next couple. If you're interested in blossoms or the VW car, order now.
Yeah, Susan, thank you so much. It was fun to do things with other people. You guys rock.
I know.
You rock.
I
Daniel
know.
Matish says, my kids gave me some mommy time while I painted. Such a great gift
Good.
from you and them.
Definitely.
Cinder
Aw.
says, I had fun.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, and Angel says, thank you so much. Get ready to laugh at the painting. We won't laugh.
No laughing.
We really will appreciate it.
I can tell you, I've had moments where, like I said, I've come down here to try and paint, and I start and I go, what? And I just have to throw it away and go, no, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, it's my first day. I don't understand.
Trisha Wilt says, thank you so much. Maisha says, what's the email address again, please?
Email address is mimosasmasterpieces@yahoo.com.
Can you show them right there at the bottom?
No, because that's the website.
Oh, that's the website?
Yeah, that's the
But
website.
it's Mimosas and Masterpieces like that, but
There's no
at yahoo.com.
Yeah, there's no and in it, so it's Mimosas
Masterpieces
at
at yahoo.com.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So thank you guys.
Yes, thank you all so very much.
And you can click off whenever you're ready.
Oh, I hate to click off.
See you guys hopefully Saturday. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you guys.